Dear Agatha. Alright. I know you know things, so this may be redundant, but I figured I could put a personal face to the world at large. Mine's not as good looking as yours, but not everyone can be perfect. So I'll write to keep you updated, and maybe to keep you company, too. The world outside your hut is a large one, and I get the feeling the one inside is emptier than you'd like it to be. So if I could bring some of that world to you, I'll be happy. I'm sorry this letter isn't in the language you share. I can speak it and read it, but my writing lacks the finesse to give the words the attention they deserve. We haven't reached the destination of your directions yet. I had to make a quick stop for our pal Moony first. Have you ever been to Thundertree? Apparently there's a druid there who might have some answers our big guy's looking for. You'd like Moony, I think. It's hard not to. And it skips a few lines and continues with slightly different handwriting, as if it's written at some point later on. We just killed some goblins and hobgoblins. Looked real cool doing it too. They had killed some wolves before we showed up. It's funny how fast a predator can become prey, don't you think? Gods, I hate the woods. Have you spent your whole life in them, or have you ever been to the city? If not, I'd love to take you sometime. There's another entry underneath that. Well, we made it to Thundertree. Had to kill more shit here. A bunch of plant things attacked us. I hope they're not friends of yours. Nothing much else in this place besides abandonment. If it had more crime and people, it'd even feel a little bit like home. Shit, there's a creepy squirrel looking at us. Think it wants us to follow. Gotta go. All right later. XOXO. Kid. P.S. Not sick. I was told that it's a good thing to say. And they don't actually have a translation to nice tits in Elven, so I didn't get the chance to say it before. So.
There's gotta be a way to say it in Elven.
You mean to tell me that the elves aren't complimenting each other's titties?
They might, but it doesn't quite. It lacks some of that charm that nice tit just exudes. But you put it in Elvish, and it just sounds like you.
It'd be like trying to say it in like Spanish or something.
Nice teats.
I was gonna say Buenos titas, so that was like a Mario accent. Nice teats.
That actually kind of was. Several groups of people with that one deck.
No, see, I've just been impersonating my Chris Pratt rendition of when it eventually comes out.
Derek, I will. Oh my God! Please play a character with that accent for a campaign. All right, so we are standing in front of the druid, right? Or are we still following the squirrel? We haven't officially met the druid.
I walked inside and I saw the druid, but nobody said anything yet. I just opened the door.
I'm going to walk in after him. I'm not going to let him go in alone.
Right. I'm also going to be following behind Moony. Daggers out.
You guys see a crowd into this little tiny cottage. As you're walking in, you can sort of tell that this small house is a bit better condition than the rest of them. And you see the doors are reinforced with these sort of thick iron bands. The windows are pretty heavily shuttered. And on the inside, you can tell that it's like sort of a lived in house. It's like a sort of messy bed and, that sort of thing. And you do see when you go in this sort of gaunt, somewhat tall, oldish, white bearded human wearing green robes.
It's all you. We got your back. This is your thing.
I will slowly make my way in, peeking around to see if I see the squirrel at all, until I see this old-looking man. Excuse me. Are you Reidoth?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. My name is Moony. I came searching for help, answers. Would you be willing?
Well, that depends on the...
I live in a forest, many miles away up north. We have spectral beings invading, and I was told from a young woman, you had met her before, and I've heard you are a great druid.
Well, great. I don't know if I'd call myself great. I am certainly a druid.
I have tried to talk to many other people, and I have gotten no answers as to how to rid these creatures. Is there any help you could give me on how to force them back into their own graveyard?
He sort of ponders this for a moment. And sort of, express his head. Yes, I've about this happening. News of this has made its way down here. Traveling with the spirits, it's very dangerous. Can't say I'm exactly an expert at it, but I might be able to teach you a few things to help. It's been very strange around these flowers.
Where the news you have heard? Is this something you have seen or others have told? So far, I have not noticed anything like this occurring this far down south.
Heard stories.
Besides a benchy. But that's the closest I have seen.
Oh. You guys met Agatha.
Oh, yes.
Surprised you're still alive.
I could not put up with it. Luckily, my friend back here, in the cowboy hat, he was able to talk to her.
She was actually quite nice. You've met her?
We've spoken a few times, yeah.
Yeah. Anything come to mind, like things that she likes or like her sign?
Her Stein. You talking about her star sign?
Yeah, the kid over he's trying to bang her, so any information can help.
Well, how do you even fucking banshee? I thought is it like a ethereal pussy?
Reidoth, I apologize. This is how things usually go.
I apologize. This is how it goes.
No offense taken.
Could I ask, by the way, before we go further into the spectrals, how did you make your way here? It seems like you have been to towns before. Why would you decide this remote area with no one else around?
I prefer the company that nature provides.
So that squirrel we saw, did you summon him, or does he just kind of stay by you?
That was me. I was coming to see what all the commotion was outside.
Ah, I see.
I guess I should probably put a sign up saying stay out, maybe. Danger or, imminent death.
I mean, I've seen a couple of those on the way in, I think. Don't want to interrupt too much. How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been traveling this area for... It's hard to keep track of the years sometimes. Maybe 30 years or so.
So you know the area pretty well, then?
I do.
Does the black spider mean anything to you?
At this, he'll just sort of give a more sharp look than he has before. I'll ask you, where'd you hear that name?
Do you want the truth or a lie?
Well, Truth though is preferable to a lie, man.
Well, I guess it kind of depends on how well you know this black spider. If the two of you are friends, then we happen to catch a concert with him or something. I don't fucking know. If you don't like him, then maybe you and I have more in common.
Well, I told your friend here that there's been some strange things happening in this area. His name has come up. Can't say I know the guy, but I'd be pretty interested in finding out what he's doing.
I think that our goals align maybe a little bit. My friend here, he was talking about the ghosts and everything. Did you say you might be able to help out on that front?
I might be able to. Like I said, that path of druidry was never one that I closely studied, but I know a thing or two about it.
By the way, Reidoth, did you say he's an older human or he's an older, like, elf?
Human.
Human, okay.
You could guess he's probably around like 70.
Okay. Is there anything I could offer you, by the way, to learn what you do know?
That's interesting. Well, there is something that you could do for me.
Hey DM, while this conversation's going on, can I be casing the house? I just want to see if there's anything that like is overtly of value. Something that looks maybe like a spell book or like something. So you know, I'm a sticky fingered little thiefy boy.
Yeah, there's inside the house, there's not much. It's mostly just like, I mean, there's like some cooking stuff. There's like a pot, some pans, some utensils and stuff. There's this sort of bed set. There is like a small travel bag, but you don't see anything that seems particularly valuable.
This travel bag, where is it in relation to like all of us?
It's just chilling on his bed.
Oh,
So
it's
he's
chilling.
just standing in front of his bed. Yeah, the bag.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then. Okay. You can carry on your conversation.
You sneaky son of a bitch.
I'm just being observant.
Where'd that squirrel go? There is something we could do for you.
Do you guys see that big ruined tower when we walk?
Big ruined tower.
Yeah.
No. We cut through the woods to get here, so the normal path to this place we haven't been on.
You know, you guys probably would have seen it because it's sort of, I mean, if you look on the map, it's just that sort of tower up here.
You know what? Come to think of it, I think we did see a tower.
You might have seen it like towering over the scrub.
The tower was towering.
Yeah, the towering tower. Ruined tower, but still towering.
Yeah, the tower that was over there. And I remember that place.
It's got a big number 7 on it. I'm sure you've seen it.
We see that tower.
Well, recently there's been a somewhat troubling development in that the shape of a young green dragon. I wouldn't mind getting chased out of here.
Right, did you just say a fucking dragon?
A fucking dragon?
A young one.
I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking baby. I went really Irish on that. Sorry. That's a fucking dragon you're talking about.
Yes.
You know, guys, I'm somewhat like kind of related to a dragon if you think about it. Like amphibians, reptiles, they're kind of the same thing. I mean, isn't that pretty cool?
I agree with the frog.
This dragon,
They are pretty cool.
does it live on the tower, or does it somehow like scoot its way inside the door?
Well, there's a big hole in the roof.
Is it a female dragon or a boy dragon?
What dragon? Name's Venomfang.
Also, is it a dragon, or is it just like a really big kobold?
Oh no, it's a dragon.
Well, it sounds like we and you already have like a mutual problem in the black spider. What if we just took him out of your hands? I mean, would that be worth enough to trade whatever information you have?
No, because I got to deal with these things either way. I guess I don't have to, but I try to. I can tell you the dragon's already somewhat injured. It was seemingly chased out of its old lair. I don't know the story behind it, but I can tell even as a young dragon, he's not at full strength.
Well, we can maybe take a look into it if everyone wants to do that. But do you have any health potions or things we can take with us? Because we're running a little low on that.
Also, do you know of any, weaknesses we could target?
Or maybe a fucking dagger of dragon killing, or fucking armor of not dying from a fucking dragon. Any of that
would be great
as well.
I don't happen to have any of those. I may have a health potion or two I can provide, but
or two would definitely be ideal.
Well, he'll turn around and dig through his pack that's been sitting on his bed, and he will pull out 2 health potions.
Arch, I just gave you one outside. I don't know if you had taken it or not.
I think I did, because I think I was really hurting. Yeah, I did take it, but I'm also still really hurting.
I don't know. Do you, if you consider Reidoth, do you have any health spells or anything just to get us back to tip top? Otherwise, we're going to have to hang around here for a couple days, and I don't know if any of us want that. But if we can end it, I think maybe Moony and I should stick to having the health potions, just because we take the most damage usually when Arch isn't getting hit.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a little banged up, but I'll be all right.
Well,
Reidoth can help you out a bit.
No, all right.
With healing, I know some healing. I know some healing.
I mean, I could probably. I guess I'm not feeling too great either. Maybe we should hang out here for a couple days, just to get back up. I mean, I really only need a day, but I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be a bad idea to hang out here for a little bit. I can play some songs and everybody will be happy.
All right. Reidoth, this is your place. Is that okay with you if we stay?
You can stay here. This is pretty much the only safe house in this place, so.
All right.
Might be a bit cramped.
Right. Do you control the little fucking bush people around here?
Oh no.
God, that sounded really racist in that accent. Fuck.
Hey, Moony, do you have any other questions for him? I guess if we're making ourselves comfortable, we have a little bit more time to talk.
Why did you decide to talk to Carp, Alderleaf, and his mother? Are they old friends?
Oh, I've known the Alderleafs for a long time. Good people. It's a shame about her husband.
Her husband. I didn't see him.
Oh, he passed away a few years ago. She mentioned that to you, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if she did or not. I intended her to, but if she didn't.
Were you there, or do you just hear about the story?
I move around a lot, so I wasn't there when it happened. One visit he was there, the next visit he was gone.
Hmm. What is the favorite place you have visited, especially as a druid yourself? Anywhere I can get more in tune. Besides I've heard of the Island of Elves.
The Island of Elves is a good one. The Far East has always been interesting. There's nothing quite like seeing that vast expanse of desert. It's a nice change from endless forests.
Any other druids you have seen, by the way? Either single or maybe like a party? You seem so far to have been the only one I have met.
Well, around this part, I think I am the only one. You're from the north. You know, us druids, the Elvish Isles have quite a few. There's a few that make their living on it. Around here, there's not many.
Hmm.
What's your favorite body of water?
My favorite body of water. Jesus.
I'm a fan of the creek myself.
Yeah.
Right, I'm more of a fan of a brook, a good babbling.
Yeah, I was actually a babbling brook. Yeah, I could.
Right,
Evelyn Brook.
babble, babble, babble.
I don't mean to be stereotypical, but I like pawns.
You know anything about Bo Gentle the Mage? Does that ring any bells to you?
Never heard of him, no.
No. I just figured I'd ask.
Is he a friend of yours?
We have a acquaintance, I guess, who was looking for a book by him, but we haven't really had any leads. I don't know. She's really less an acquaintance and more like someone we fucking hate, but I just figured I'd ask anyway. How about Owl Well? Have you been up there at all? I heard that there's some undead walking around.
Yeah, I've heard the same. That was going to be my next stop after here, actually.
Oh yeah, just to explore, or were you planning to do away with them, or?
See what the deal was. Do away with them if I have to.
Well, maybe this deal that we have doesn't have to be a one-off kind of thing. Maybe we can take care of this dragon, and you can come with us to Owl Well if we decide to go up that way.
I could be convinced to do so since I'm going there anyway.
As for, I mean, you seem like someone who kind of isn't afraid to get into scrapes. Are you coming with us to fight off this dragon? And if not, why?
Well, I can if you want me to.
Well, fuck yeah, I want you to.
Then I'll come with you.
One more target means I might get hit less.
I can join. It's been a while since I've been in a good fight with a dragon. And by been a while, I mean my entire life.
One last question. So you've talked about the black spider undead at the Owl Well. Is there anything else you can think of that has come up recently?
Yeah, something about a castle or maybe the Red Brand, Glassstaff, any of those things run any bells?
Mm-hmm.
Red brands, I know. I'm very well acquainted with one.
Oh yeah?
I tend to keep myself out of the political realm. Keep the land safe. Keep the natural order of things. Politicians can deal with the politics.
Yeah, I don't really see how a group of thugs is really necessarily politics, but I guess I can understand, for someone who spends their time with trees and shit.
Any other sightings of the undead besides the well?
Not so much undead sightings. There's been a sort of... That's the best way to put it. It's just been a sort of darkness over the land these last few weeks.
And that darkness, you think, is related to the black spider?
I do think so. But I'm not exactly sure what he's looking for, or really what he's doing at all.
And is this something we've noticed traveling further north?
If anyone would have noticed it probably would have been you, being more sort of in tune with these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But being somewhat untrained in that area, you might have had like a vague intuition, but I would say it's maybe not something you would have consciously noticed yet.
Mm-hmm. And the castle, by the way.
So lots of ruined castles around here. Specific?
Goblins seem to travel.
Fragmaw Castle?
Yes, the Cragmaw. They take people they have taken from the trail.
I know the location, if that's right.
Well, I'm going to pull out my map. Agatha had pointed to this location here. Does that sound accurate to you?
Yeah, that looks about right to me.
You've been there yourself?
I've not been inside. I didn't fancy a rumble with 50 goblins, but I've seen it.
Right, why not? You fucking gung-ho to fight a dragon.
Well, not alone, though. Maybe that could be part of the agreement. You know, we help with the castle, you help us with Moony's stuff, and then together we help each other taking out the black spider, which we think might be at this castle.
Well, let's try and survive through the dragon first before we make any of those kind of plans.
Right,
Yeah.
It feels like you're getting ahead of yourself there, kid.
Yeah.
I really don't look to seeing us make it through this dragon encounter. But fuck it.
Yeah. But fuck it. That's the secret to the dragon. We just butt fuck it.
I'm pretty sure that's what fucking Trog was getting at there for a minute.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I mean, we are pretty much like cousins.
Is that something that turns you on? Right. Would that be a plus or a minus? Not quite fucking sure.
With Frog.
You never know with my type of people. Cousins aren't exactly like the same thing in your culture as it is mine. A cousin could be more. It's like an adopted kind of thing.
Yeah. Frogs are like the Alabama of the animal kingdom.
So that's basically what was going through my head was someone from Alabama trying to explain why fucking their cousin's completely okay.
Reidoth's gonna sort of glance at Moony and be like, I see what you mean.
See, no, that one I agree with. My home is a lot like that as well.
Where'd you say your home was again?
The Falsterson Forest.
That's there a few times. I don't remember that.
You did not stay for long enough.
Fair enough.
So I feel like we've asked you a lot of questions since we've been here. Ton, do you have any for us? I mean, it feels like we kind of learned a lot about you and everything, but you don't really know anything about us.
Not so many questions for you. Like I said, I think maybe it's best to focus on the task at hand before.
We're called the leftovers, by the way. In case you didn't know that.
That might be very relevant.
I just love you walking out the door and just shouting behind.
Right, you might need to carve it on a fucking tombstone here soon. Assuming that you also survive and we don't.
Well,
All right.
this is what I can tell you about the dragon. He tends to leave in the morning to go hunting. So there is a window of opportunity in the morning to maybe catch him unaware.
Wait till he comes back all full with a full belly, all sleepy, and then we'll fucking stab him.
There's also a group of people out here in the eastern edge of town. Part of some weird dragon cult, I don't really know. From what I understand, they're sort of trying to become dragons. Don't quite understand it myself.
They're trying to come in the dragons, so
Yeah.
they're like dragon fuckers. Is pretty much what you're saying.
Oh,
But they
Sean,
wanna-
it's your kind of people.
Yeah,
That's what-
so I might need to go talk to these guys.
That's what they
What,
want to be.
What do you know about this group? How many, or are they humans? Are they something else?
They seem to be mostly human. They call themselves something in Draconic. Couldn't tell you. I don't speak it.
That's a stupid name.
What I understand mostly, they're trying to befriend our friendly green dragon, but for the most part has been ignoring them.
All right. Well, so here's my plan, my proposal. I think that we should get to the tower when this thing's out hunting, set up a little thing for it, try to get it cornered or in a way that can't just fly away. If we kill the thing, we can cut its head off and wear it around, and then we can walk over to his cult people, and they'll like worship us.
I don't think they're his call people. He seems to treat them mostly with the disdain you would expect a dragon to treat other people with.
Well, that's even better. We can show up and be like, I've had a change of heart. I need you to go and attack this Cragmaw castle to show your worth to me. And then come back with a fucking trophy or something.
Hey, Rudolph, I do got a question for you. Does this dragon breathe fire yet?
Right, you said he's green, so they don't breathe fire, do they?
We know that?
Mostly in poison.
Would we know that? I guess you.
Yeah, what do we know about
that.
dragons?
What? Yeah. Clearly, Archie has some weird backstory with dragons that I haven't developed. That on the fly has decided. So
I would say that dragons are infamous enough that you would know that they come in different colors, but you wouldn't necessarily know what the colors signify. And, that they breed something.
All right. Well, I think we should rest here and tackle it in a day or three. Because I think we should rest here for a couple days and spend those days getting a lay of the land. Getting some reconnaissance or something together.
right, maybe we can try to sneak into this encampment, see what they know about our little fucking friend.
I'd rather go to the encampment after. I mean, the last thing we want to do is give away to them that we are planning to kill this thing. Even accidentally, or that they think that they're going to have competition.
All right, then fuck it.
Did we establish how many of the dragon fuckers there are?
About 6.
That's 6.
6 dragon fuckers. I'm writing that down.
Fuck, I could slaughter them all if we really wanted to.
I think we should try to use them. I think we should focus on the dragon, and maybe we can use them to our advantage. Well, I only need a day to rest, so I can maybe go out tomorrow with one of y'all and try to get a scope of the land, or we can all go together. But I think we should just try to rest.
Right? Yeah, I could use a long rest. Or how are we doing hit points? Are we doing hit dice with short rest?
You can do a hit dice with short rest, yeah. Or if you guys do a long rest, which I think we said 3 days, right?
Yeah,
Just to get it
3
all done.
days. If we are going to take a long rest, right before we do that, I want to pull Moony aside. Or sometime during those 3 days.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
during a long rest, can we do minor tasks? Like,
You can do things. I'm gonna put it at like, obviously no combat, of course. You can move around, you can explore, as long as it's not like excessive.
right?
Yeah, this entire time, however long we decide to stay, I'm just kind of just following Reidoth the whole time, seeing what he's up to, anything I can learn from him. And the kid, you can pull me away whenever.
Yeah, all right. Oh yeah, let's get this song of short rest, or this song of rest thing that you've been talking about.
Yeah, so this whole entire time I'm going to be playing this song.
Reidoth, you're gonna love this.
You ready for a little song?
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
I love this so much.
The whole long rest. The whole entire time.
For 3 days.
3 days.
For 3 days straight, I'm playing that song.
You just see Moony sitting outside, or not Moony, Archie sitting outside with this dagger and a whetstone, just twitching and whistling this tune. And sharp, like a blade that had started like as a decent dagger has now been sharpened down to just a fucking nubbin.
Even by the end, you see Reidoth sort of walking around doing his stuff, humming the tune as well.
Hey, Moony, you got a second?
Oh, yes. Reidoth, I'll be back.
Hey, we talked about this a little bit after we left Agatha's hut. If I give you this letter, do you think you can get one of your birds or whatever sky rats to take this over to her hut?
Oh, of course.
All right, awesome. I'm gonna start to hand it over to you, and then pull it away last second. Hold on, and I'm gonna add something on the bottom just to the effect of, if you're gonna respond to this, make sure that it gets to the Guildmaster's Hall in Fondolin. And then I'm gonna just hand it over to you.
I'll take it. I kind of visualize it for a bit. Oh, never mind. I can't read anyway. And if you're all set, I'm going to call down a bird. If there's a pigeon, raven, or something.
You always go to pigeon.
I always go to pigeon.
I feel like Derek knows like 3 birds in real life.
Out of nowhere, an ostrich comes rampaging through the forest.
Oh, that'd be sick though. They run at like
Just
60 miles an
60
hour.
miles an hour.
Yeah,
Just fucking hauling ass through the forest.
Yeah, you got like a little blue jay come flittering down. You know, you got to diverge from the pigeons a bit. You get a blue jay.
Oh, hello, Blue Jay. If you could you deliver this to a Miss Agatha in Coneyberry?
It sort of tweets, yes.
She may try to strike you. If needed, drop it as fast as possible and fly away.
Sort of nods its head.
I'll grab one of my good berries out and flick it up in the air.
It deftly catches it in its beak and sort of holds out its leg to grab the letter.
I'll lift it up and let go.
All right, by the way, off in the direction towards Coneyberry.
Thank you.
Of course, I can't guarantee how fast it'll get there, or if it knows where it's going anyway.
Oh.
But I hope you hear back.
Confidently flying in the wrong direction.
Ever. All right, I appreciate that. I'm just gonna take a seat somewhere, pop my feet up.
And I want to take a look. What has Reidoth been doing these past couple days? Like, I'm thinking in terms of like Karate Kid. Is there anything I can learn from him, or is he just kind of like gardening?
He's mostly just kind of gardening. He is avoiding most of the houses. He did kind of warn you guys about the houses. There's these twig bites, and there's also like some zombies wandering around.
Some what?
Zombies.
There's zombies
There's
here.
zombies here?
Yeah, you guys just didn't happen to encounter them.
Oh no!
The fuck?
Did we asked him if there was any undead anywhere else, right? Did you ask that, Derek?
I thought so.
He's like, as an afterthought. Oh, yeah, by the way, they're right outside.
You're in the next house.
Sorry, I still had. Yeah, well, you're not far off. He did tell you where where they were. They don't tend to move around much, so he normally would clear them out. But since we're all preparing, don't want to get hurt before the big fight, he's holding off on it.
Reidoth, what the fuck happened here to this town? Moony had said something he thought that maybe it was a volcano or something. I've never seen a volcano go off, but I sure as shit never heard about it making fucking zombies.
Yeah, it's
A zombie volcano.
very strange. Up in the north, Mount Potenau erupted. It kind of devastated the area. Some strange magic. Couldn't exactly explain it to you, but
Magic, you say?
yeah, it's a bit outside my wheelhouse. But from the ashes of this volcano, anyone who died while breathing them in came back as a zombie.
What the fuck?
Do you have an idea of how long ago this happened?
Oh, this must have been near 40 years ago.
So if we die fighting this dragon, are we going to become zombies?
No, not anymore. The ashes have kind of settled.
Well, thank God. If I die, I don't want to come.
It was just those who died in the initial eruption.
You guys imagine a zombie frog? That'd be scary.
Right. On a side note, how many people were killed in this volcano? I feel like there would be a finite number of zombies. I feel like this is a problem that absolutely has a solution, and someone is just being lazy for the last 40 years. Not to be a dick, but you describe your own lore there. So
Spend all my time at Thundertree. I roam a wide range of areas. So when I see him, I take him out.
right. So is that what abandoned this town, or made this town abandoned? Was this volcano?
That in combination with the eruption, yeah.
No, Ponyberry. Ponyberry. Then?
That chewing's not going away.
You take the fucking dick out of your mouth before you address us.
Ponyberry was actually destroyed by barbarians. Might not be the most politically correct term.
And then Agatha showed up afterwards.
Well, Agatha lived there for, whatever it was hundreds of years ago.
So these zombies that are currently living in Thundertree, could we say that perhaps the person that caused this 40 years ago is still doing this? Maybe in the Elwell?
I guess it's possible. I've not been down there to investigate, so I couldn't say for sure.
Well, I've learned over the course of my life that nothing is connected. It's all coincidence.
Archie's just going to be standing with his hand raised. Right. Real quick, just another logistic thing with your fucking zombie people. Was it anyone that breathed that intook the ash into their lungs? Is it this fucking killed me and now I'm a zombie and fucking everybody, or were there people that breathe it in,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna run away now, and then
they died
fucking
20 years
die,
later.
or they're still fucking alive because maybe they were children and they're just a fucking ticking time bomb. Is this something I should worry about? I'm having a fucking crisis right now.
What you're saying is, so you just want to kill all the children? Is that what you think?
No, everyone over the age of 40. How old is all y'all?
From what I understand, it's only the people who died in the initial eruptions. You should all be okay.
I'm still counting my fingers. I have no idea how old I am, but I'm still worried.
All right. I'm going to get ready to sleep for 3 days.
This has only been 1 day of rest. Okay, so if there's anything specific you guys... Then we can just skip straight ahead to the end of the.
I mean, do we want to go out to take a look at this tower and see it firsthand?
I'm down for that.
A little recon mission never hurt anybody.
Well, but Moony, you can do your thing twice per day, right?
Oh yes, I could fly over now.
Yeah, let's just do that, and then we'll keep an eye open for you. But we don't even have to come along. Just make sure that no dragon out of the sky, because that would suck.
All right, let's do
A pigeon.
I'm not gonna do pigeon. I was gonna do I was gonna do a blue jay.
Oh, the fourth bird Derek knows.
Yeah.
Only because I mentioned it. He's going to forget it by next session.
Blue jay, pigeon, ostrich. I don't even know what the fourth one is.
I think
Penguin.
he said raven. Raven.
Oh,
he said.
raven. Yeah.
Say raven.
What time is it right now?
A penguin just waddling out of the forest. It could be any time you want within these 3 days that you're short resting, or long resting. You tell me when you would like to do it. Remember, Reidoth said the dragon tends to go out in the morning for hunting.
Ooh, what's sneaky?
Pigeons are pretty sneaky.
I don't.
An ostrich.
And
I'll wait till the second day we're there, and in the morning I'll turn into I'm gonna do a woodpecker.
woodpecker.
Nice,
know.
quiet.
Yes,
Healthy.
the famously quiet woodpeckers.
Stealthiest of birds. The woodpecker.
He was just so desperate to say something different. That's what came to mind.
The only word going through his head for the last 5 minutes is pigeon.
Don't say pigeon. Don't say pigeon. Don't say pigeon.
Say pigeon, don't say pigeon.
I was gonna say bat, but that doesn't.
Fly during the day.
Be a rabbit bat.
So yeah, I'll be a woodpecker, and then I just want to travel nearby. Am I able to hide on any of the huts and watch the dragon leave?
Yeah. If you would maybe like this one next to the 10 there would be okay. I mean, there are trees and like sort of scrub that you can see that are around the tower. That would also be good spots.
As he takes off, I'm going to nudge Reidoth. So he can do it too.
Well, that's, the whole point of being a druid. He is impressive.
He knows his stuff.
They train him well up in the north, that's for sure.
As I depart, I also want to take a look to see if there's any of these the tree monsters again. Because I'd like to be on top of a tree, but I want to make sure there's nothing like nearby.
You want to make sure the tree doesn't turn into a monster.
Yeah, because I want to go somewhere around building 10.
Okay, roll me a perception.
22.
22. You don't see anything those thicketed trees that look like the twig blades, so it seems safe to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to land on one of these trees. Doesn't matter to me. And I want to take a look at the tower. Wait to see if the dragon comes out. And the entire time, I have this weird feeling in the front of my face. It just wants to hit stuff, but I'm trying to stop myself.
Roll me a constitution or a wisdom.
That's a 20, actually.
With great effort, you're able to stop yourself from pecking the tree in front of you. So around 6 a.m., you do hear the sort of heavy beating of wings as out of a hole at the top of the tower you see a green dragon fly out. Roughly 10 feet wide. So it's I guess you've probably never had experience with an actual dragon. It's not as big as you expected, but obviously still quite big, being a young dragon.
All right. And after seeing it, knowing that it is going to hunt, I would like to enter throughout the same hole in the tower that it flew out of.
Okay, so you fly into this round tower, has that sort of cottage attached to the side. Both are in relatively good condition, although, like I said, like about half of the tower's roof is gone. There is a door that goes into the cottage, and in the tower you see these sort of arrow split windows that people could shoot arrows out of. Around the tower, it is sort of eerily quiet, and you can smell this strange sort of acrid smell that sort of hangs around the air as you get closer to the tower. And you do notice at the base of the tower are the corpses of these two really gross giant spiders that look like they were mauled by a large animal. Their bodies are sort of like blistered and sort of dragged to the front of the tower and left there. So you fly into the tower. It's basically a single room. It looks to be about 40 feet high. There's a sort of 5-foot wide staircase that sort of spirals around up to the interior. And going down the stairs, there's sort of these heavy wooden support beams that sort of crisscross throughout the interior of the tower that are sort of like support beams that hold up the stairs and parts of the tower.
So it's not a clear drop from like top of the roof to the floor. You couldn't fall completely or like...
I mean, you could fall completely, but you'd be banging on support beams on the way down.
Okay, so there's beams. So the dragon can't fly just straight 40 feet up into the air unencumbered.
The beams are wide enough that it set enough apart that it kind of could. It would have to do a bit of movement and twisting,
but you can maneuver around them.
You can maneuver around them. Yeah, they're not so thick that you can't get around them.
And the hole in the tower, is that does that allow enough daylight inside if we go in at the morning?
Oh yeah, I mean, like half the roof is gone, so the interior of the tower is pretty much completely lit by daylight. I would say you do notice at the bottom of the tower an old broken chest. And yeah, aside from the chest, I mean, the chest is sort of just out there in plain sight, so you do notice that. Otherwise, you don't see much else. There, you can see a door that leads to the cottage that's closed.
There's no arrow slit in this door?
No, well, the arrow slits are sort of in the side of the tower.
Oh, gotcha. I definitely can't open it as a bird. It's like locked shut.
Well, you can investigate it for that.
Yeah. I'd like to investigate the door, see if I can try to open it at all.
The door to the cottage. We're talking about the chest or the cottage?
The cottage. I just want to see if there's anything in the cottage right now.
Right. Okay, so you can fly down to the door. It doesn't appear that there's a lock on it.
But my tiny bird body can't push it.
Yeah, you would be able to open it as a bird.
All right, that's good enough for me. I'm going to fly out the top of the tower and return back again. Transform back into firbolg. I have investigated. The dragon had just left just a few moments ago. There's a giant hole in the tower which we could enter, or there is a cottage next door. It didn't look locked at all, so we could enter, and if we didn't want to fly above.
So to keep this thing from flying off once we start fighting with it, is it just the hole that it seems to go in and out of? Is there another way that it could escape?
Not from what I could see. It is not large, but it is too big to fit through anything else.
That spell that you did before, where we all stayed in that little thing that you built for us, would that be large enough to fill that hole? to block it from escaping?
Maybe not enough to fill it, but definitely enough to stop it for a bit. It would take a little while to break out.
Because maybe we can all be inside when it leaves to eat, and then when it gets back, we just seal that entrance, keep it in there with us, and then we just wail on the thing.
Right, the best option is to lock yourself in a room with a fucking dragon. Archie says as he's just walking past.
Where the fuck are you going?
Just wandering about.
Walks into more of those things.
Yeah.
If we do lock
Right.
ourselves in, that means we are going in knowing that we are going to win. That is the only way to put it.
I mean, I'm most scared of this thing either breathing on us or taking off and fighting us from the air. So if we can at least take care of one of those things, that helps a little bit. But I'm not as squishy as some of us.
I'm pretty squishy.
The squishiest, bro.
Well, my plan, no matter what, I am going in and I will plan on transforming again. I am going to try to take as much as I can.
Yeah, I think Moony and I are probably going to be up close and personal with this thing. So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could have y'all down toward the bottom shooting up at it, but that only works if you can see it.
I mean, how did you say how big the platform was? Like up top, like where the dragon would be?
It looks about 40 feet from bottom to top.
Was there any tables or anything up there that we could just turn over and then I can just kind of sit behind it and then stand up and yell insults at it? It's like the best strategy I've come across.
It definitely not kept up. There may have been something, but the only thing that I spotted particularly was an old chest.
Well, so this thing that you build, can you determine the shape of it?
Oh, yes, I can.
Because you could just build something that both seals off that hole and maybe provides those guys a little bit of cover.
Right. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be remaining stationary while fighting a dragon. So, whatever you want to do, Trog, but I'm going to be as mobile as fuck.
Yes, it will block off the light. If needed, I could also try to bind it to the ground.
You know, we always kind of like just turn right to violence, and I know I'm kind of like the one guy that likes violence, but I guess since it's like my cousin, I could always just ask it if it would leave.
That's a very bad idea, Trog.
If you wanted, I don't like the idea, but I also just talked to a banshee a couple days ago, so I don't really know the threshold of what is or is not ridiculous. We can try. I mean, either we can get this thing down weak enough where we can give it the option, or we can try it first, but then we kind of eliminate our element of surprise. Or you could go up while the rest of us are setting up. We could stay quieter, so it's only you who's being jeopardized, but you're also the squishiest of us, so.
Right.
I mean, just as long as I'm like, I can see it, then I can just, I got this thing I'm going to say to it, and we'll see if it leaves.
All right. Well, I'm okay if, is there a girl there with you? There's a girl with Ian. A girl. There's a girl there.
A lady. Hi, lady.
I think maybe Trog and I can be right up with this thing, and then if it goes south, then Moony can do his spell, and Archie, you're hidden. So I mean, that way, at least I can be there to take whatever hit's coming for you, Trog. All right. So we'll wait till tomorrow then, I guess. We're just gonna head over to the tower. We'll try Trog's idea first, and I'll just fight the thing head on, and then you two can be in charge of getting it trapped and hitting it from stealth. Hey, Mooney, when you had traveled over to this tower, how long do you think it would take us to get there on foot? And is there anything we should be on the lookout for on our way there?
It really isn't that far away. I mean, it's just kind of across town, so I would say under 10, 15 minutes. I did take a look for any of the tree spirits. I didn't see any, but would not be surprised if something jumps out on the way, since I did fly over.
All right. Well, if it's any more of the tree things, keep in mind I can do all kinds of fire stuff. So, I mean, that could definitely make things quick. And if it's zombies, we could just run, right? Like, I've never really seen one, but if they're 40 years old, they're probably not very over 40 years old. They're probably not very fast.
Right, you would think that the decay in this area would result into debilitating muscle and bone loss.
What do you think, Reidoth? Do you think we could outrun a zombie if we come across one on the way?
Yes, which depiction are they pointing out? Like
Right.
World War
28
Z
days
or
later?
like 7 days to die? What are we thinking?
Fucking I Am Legend zombies.
I mean, they're not particularly fast, but they'll probably chase you for a long time. They're not the smartest, you know.
Right, so
Yeah.
what you're saying is I don't need to outrun one of them. I just need to outrun you.
Well, I say run. A brisk walk would keep you pretty safe.
I think we should just go. We'll face it tomorrow. I think we should do it.
All right.
All right. Well, let's have you guys take your one last rest. And on the third day, I guess the fourth day, or very early morning.
I'm gonna write out another letter and just leave it behind.
So if you're making your way, are you guys going to do anything on your way, or are you just going straight to the tower?
Try to be stealthy.
Stealthy stealth. But we're not walking into random clumps of bushes.
And keep an eye open for the dragon, too. And any of the cult members.
You don't see the cult members. You don't run into any more twig bites or zombies and stuff. And you are in front of the tower. You do see, as you get closer, well, depending on how you approach it, but you smell at least that same acrid burning. It sort of burns the inside of your nostrils as you get closer. That's sort of just hangs in the air. Let me I gotta find someone to put there. We'll just use this guy for Reidoth. Yeah. There you go. Now he's just touching Mooney's belly button.
I bet that has got like a weird.
Watch it.
Whoever has the worst stealth, I'm gonna cast guidance on, and they get a +4 to their ability rolls for the next minute.
I'm gonna look to everyone. I'm gonna say, guys, I know we're trying to be stealthy, but I'm gonna play you a little song, and I'm gonna hum. Yeah, and it's my bardic inspiration.
Cool for all of us, right? That's a
Yeah.
D6.
Question: this cottage, is the door completely closed? Like, can you? Is there any way you can see inside?
No, it's completely closed. The cottage is in relatively good shape. Not really any holes or anything. It's it's a bit more well made, obviously, like as a defensive structure than the rest of the houses and buildings in town. So it's still left relatively intact.
Are there any windows that I can see?
There are some arrow slits on the outside, like on the base of the cottage.
Okay. I would like to be super sneaky stealth boy. Sneak up and try to like peek in these windows and see what I can see.
You don't have dark vision, right?
Nope.
You don't see much. It's very dark inside. The only light that's coming through is just a little sliver from the arrow slits.
I do not sense any movement, you said?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up next to Archie. By the way, as he's staring inside, put a hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to cast Dark Vision.
The slightly damp hand of Moony on your shoulder,
That's great.
and you can see.
That solves that then. Is that a concentration spell?
No. Touch spell, and it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh,
Jesus.
you're set then.
I know.
To cast it, I had to put a dried piece of carrot. I'm assuming I'm just going to place it on your shoulder.
The dry piece of carrot.
That's the component. Is a dried
That's
carrot.
fucking great because carrots make you see better.
See furniture covered in webs, but nothing that seems particularly valuable.
Okay. I'm gonna check the door then.
It's unlocked. It opens up.
It opens up.
Yep.
Cautiously gonna enter.
Okay, I mean, you can go inside.
I'm also obviously checking for traps as I, open the door, go in, the whole nine.
Yeah. There's no traps or anything.
Okay.
This is how we get up top, right? Through this building and up the tower.
Well, you do see a door to the right, and there's a back door as well. There's a door on the right that Moony had seen earlier that leads into the tower.
And you said, I just to be sure, I would like to look around, like check, make sure there's not anything of value, anything inside of any.
Roll me an investigation.
Doors. Yeah. 14.
14. Yeah, once you get inside and then have a closer look, still you don't really see much that
Okay.
could be described as valuable.
Alrighty. I'll check the door that leads into the tower, number 1 for traps, and then to see if it's locked.
It's neither locked nor trapped.
I would like to open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You're at the bottom of the tower that I had described earlier to Moony. You do also see this sort of broken open chest. That's at the bottom.
I'm going to approach the chest. Does it seem to contain anything? Also, I'm moving slowly. I'm moving cautiously. I'm checking my surroundings for anything. Trying to look for any overt signs of traps.
Yes, as you're going, you don't really see any traps that are laid inside there. The chest, you do see things glinting inside it. So there's something inside it.
You said is it sitting open?
Yeah, it's sort of broken open.
I'm gonna look inside. I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just looking inside.
There's stuff inside.
What do I see?
You see what appears to be lots of coins. There are this set of silver goblets that have some gems in them. See a few scrolls.
All right, fellas. Well, I think we might have found our dragon's hoard. Because as rumor has it, all dragons have a hoard, and it looks like this little fella has just a little fucking box of them.
That's cute.
So he's just a little hoardy, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's just got a little hoarding. Little hoardiness.
What does it come out to if we split it evenly?
It's a pretty tidy sum.
It's it definitely just made the greedy burglar in me a little bit more excited to be in this fucking tower. Okay.
All right. So, Trog, do you wanna hop up on my shoulder? We can take our little walk up to the top of the tower here.
Yeah. Gotta hop up on your shoulder.
Well, I didn't have to bend down or anything.
You didn't have to.
I got the hops. You should know this.
I have. I've seen it. All right. I guess the two of us are going to head up. What you two want to do is up to you, but Moony, we might need your help sealing up top if things go south.
Looking around the base, is there anywhere good for me to hide? Like, I'm just looking for the darkest, deepest shadow.
I mean, that would probably be underneath the stairs as they sort of come and touch down to the ground. That'd be the darkest place in the tower.
Darkest corner, out of sight. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm fucking gonzo. Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
How high is it from?
Not yet for the stealth check. About 40 feet.
Yeah, Moony, just make sure you're wherever you got to be to cast that on that hole. But besides that, fuck. What are you doing, Reidoth?
I'm going to stay in here and, well, we'll see how it develops, but I'll try and sling some spells and duck behind cover as needed.
All right. Hey, Trog, if it goes south up there, do you get down the stairs?
Yeah, I can make some tactical maneuvers if it need to.
All right. I'm gonna start heading up the stairs then.
Alrighty. So the stairs are relatively intact, crumbling in a few places. Not so much that you feel like they're about to collapse underneath you, but you can make your way up around the spiral to the top of the tower, where there is still like half of a platform at the top remaining, and you can sort of see out the top of the tower where half the roof is missing.
How large is this platform?
Platform is about the tower, so about 15 feet or so. We'll say 10 feet. We'll make the hole a little bit bigger. So roughly, if you're looking at the tower, it'd be kind of a platform. It's kind of on the side where the cottage is. So kind of like this pink square here, except it reaches to the end of the edge of the tower.
As they're standing atop, I'm gonna hold off on changing shape, but I want to summon Fae, and I'm just gonna put it atop where they are. Just a small blue imp-like creature. I want the face though to resemble David Bowie, but like Starman style.
Ziggy Stardust.
Some Ziggy Stardust, and his mood is going to be mirthful.
Mirthful. That's nice.
So teleports atop, just floating around, and we can get to it once the dragon shows up.
And I'm gonna switch guidance. Whoever I cast it on before, it's a cantrip, so I'm gonna cast it on Trog now. So that's a D4 to an ability check.
So as you guys are sort of
This is such a bad idea. Such a bad
sitting in this eerily silent tower. Let me just make sure I got where everyone is actually, first of all. So Archie, you're underneath the stairs. Let's just pop you over there. Kid and Trog are both on top of the platform. Just pop you guys inside that pink square. Sorry, Moony, where did you say you were going to be?
I'm not on the platform. I'm on the very lower ground. Once the dragon appears, I want him to see me.
Right. Okay, got it. And then Reidoth is going to chill here on the other side of this door.
He's just sticking in the cottage.
Yeah. He's an old man. He just wants to throw spells and not get into too much trouble.
I don't blame him. I got shit to learn.
So as you guys are in this eerily quiet tower cottage combo, from the distance you do start to hear this sort of heavy flap of wings, slowly getting closer and closer.
I'm going to position myself in front of Trog a little bit just to give him maybe partial cover and close enough so if something pops off, I can try to give him hopefully a little more than maybe half cover or something.
Yeah. Are you guys trying to like hide up there at all? Or are you just sort of standing out in the open?
You know what? We should hide until he gets inside. So
if he's flying in, he would most likely notice you. You can imagine.
Yeah, before he comes in. Yeah, we would try to make ourselves unseen until he gets inside.
Okay, so roll. I'd like you two to roll me a stealth check then. And Archie, at this time, you can also roll me a stealth check.
All right. And we do have that +6 or plus D6.
Plus D8 actually.
No D8 now. Fuck yeah, that's great. I do have disadvantage on my stealth check. Okay, 18 on the first. And that is sucky. I'm going to add my 8. That is a 14. 15, I'm sorry.
31.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
I no longer exist. You guys forget I ever existed.
And Trog, what'd you get for yourself?
18.
I really feel like I should have kept that fucking inspiration, but also
Yeah.
with it being a dragon's perception, though, like I figured it was gonna. The possibility of going over 20 is there. The possibility of going over 30, you can go fuck yourself.
I almost forgot. Before anything happens, I'm casting bark skin on myself.
Okay, sure. And actually, you do notice Reidoth doing the same thing as well.
Yeah, I figure I should probably start doing that after we're like 16 episodes in.
Bruh. Yeah.
Does bark skin stack with B shape?
I don't know about stacking, but it allows it in B shape because the animal I'm transforming to also has a 12 AC, so this keeps me at 16 no matter what.
Yeah, I believe it does. So you'd be 16.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
That's neat.
You guys will see a nice, friendly dragon come swooping in, and disconcertingly enough, as it flies down through this opening, it makes direct eye contact with you kids.
Fuck.
As it swoops down and lands right here, and looks also straight at you, Moony.
Does it do anything as it lands?
It just lands. You notice it's carrying like a deer, a dead bite of deer in its paws, and it sort of drops on the ground next to it. And as it lands and sort of looks right at Moony, and say, "Well, this is a surprise."
It says that.
Yeah.
Hey, my guy. Hey, I'm gonna come out then from around kid. Hey, my guy. How you doing? Trog the Frog. These are my guys. I just want to say, you and I were pretty much like cousins, so I want to have just a quick chat with you here, if you don't mind, if you're accepting, if you want to talk a little bit. If you want to eat your dinner first, you can eat your dinner. I mean, you probably want to eat it when it's a little bit warm. So I mean, if you want to go and have a little bit, I can eat a little something too. I don't really like eating deer too much, but you can actually have that. I don't want to do anything to overstep my boundaries. Yeah, I could probably eat a little something though. Hey, Moody, you got any of those like good berries? I think everyone here would probably like some good berries. You want to make a couple good berries? Maybe my friend Mr. Dragon here might want some good berries. What do you think?
Since with a pathetic thing like you,
I pull a couple good berries out of my satchel. I'm just sweating like crazy and just holding them out.
I'm gonna walk over and grab a good berry. Like, see, these are pretty good.
You're on top. You can't quite reach the good berries from 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, I forgot.
He just steps off the platform.
See you, kid.
Ziggy flies down and grabs a couple and then flies back up.
Hey, thanks, Star Guy.
Star Guy.
And yeah, just gonna take a little bite of the good berry.
I can smell his foul odor all over you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Moody. He isn't the cleanliest of guys, but hey, he's one big sweaty furry teddy bear. If you give him a hug, you get a little moist. But I mean, hey.
Not this Druid, the old one.
Oh, Rudolph, the red nosed guy downstairs.
He wants me to leave, I'm sure. Coveting my treasure. Undoubtedly, I'm sure you do as well.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, your treasure, it's wonderful. It's one of the best, dragon treasure chests I've ever seen. But that's not really too big of a deal to me. I could play a little song, I can make a bit of coin myself, and then I'm all right then. I live within my means. I don't need all this big lavish stuff like when I was a kid. I mean, I just need a little bit of something.
We're gonna fucking die.
But so yeah, I just want to circle back here and just I want to say we're not here for your treasure. We came here as civilized people. We just wanted to have a discussion with you. I was thinking, this tower here. I don't know if you looked around, but like outside, I've heard there's like some zombie people, and then I don't know if you're like really into this or not, but you got like a following of dragon fuckers that just want to come and like fuck you. I don't know. Like if I was someplace and there was a bunch of frog fuckers outside, I'd be a little kind of like, I might want to get out of this place. I don't want anyone to come around trying to, fuck a frog. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like to fuck. I do like to, as a frog, I like to fuck. But every now and then. But it's got to be between two partners that are, consensual.
I don't know how to reply to this. This wasn't in my notes.
You die first.
So what I just wanted to say, just in gathering everything together,
in short,
nice, to maybe go to a nice farm, like out somewhere, and there's all the cattle, all the food and stuff there. You don't have to go around trying to get these. I mean, Venice. Don't get me wrong, venison is good, but it's nothing like a nice beefsteak. I think there's like if you really get into the beefsteak, if you cut up a cow. I mean, I don't know how well you can actually cut up a cow with your claws, but if you cut up a cow, there's this one part. I think I heard some butcher guy say it's like the Chateaubriand is the name of this cut of the cow, and it's pretty much like the most tender part of the cow. Like if you just cook a little bit of that with some butter, some thyme, maybe a little bit of garlic. I mean, it's chef's kiss,
The dragon at this point, that seems like it's almost fallen asleep. Just sort of dozing in place.
Roll for initiative.
Well, I too hope that we can parlay. Although if you value your lives, I'd suggest you choose someone else to speak with me.
Oh. What? Hello. I'm Kid. I'm surprised you don't want to talk to Trog. Everywhere we go, people are singing his praises. I mean, it's really something. I guess what we're trying to ask is maybe if we could convince you to go somewhere else. I've heard there's a really neat castle nearby that has tons of treasures and riches and all kinds of things. We were going to check it out ourselves, but I mean, it seems like whatever treasure might be there would be more worthy of you than of us. So I figured, we figured maybe we could try to come to an agreement where everyone wins.
Well, the truth is, this fight may be a bit more evenly matched than I prefer. I would destroy you, of course, but I'd have to lick my own wounds afterwards for a time. Quite a prime target for my half-sister's inevitable attack.
Oh, you have a sister? Half-sister.
Oh, you got a sister.
Yeah.
You might not want to let the people outside know about that. I mean, I think that they were under the impression that you were like a female dragon, and then they were going to come, and, yeah, that's right. They were going to be coming in you. So you might not want to have your sister come around.
I'd prefer if she didn't come around either. Why don't you two come down so we can speak more properly?
Investigating the staircase above me.
Yes.
Can I judge whether or not there'd be enough hand grips, or is it pretty smooth on the underside of these stairs? Like, would I be able to climb underneath these stairs, Secret Agent Man, Spider-Man style?
Climb them upside down.
Yes.
You could certainly try. It's sort of like cobblestone,
So
but
there are grips.
climbing 40 feet in a spiral upside down would require quite a bit of strength.
I don't necessarily. No, I'm just investigating. I'm not doing it yet. I'm just gathering my options.
I would say it'd be possible, but very difficult.
What about the walls of the tower? Same cobblestone material?
That the walls are a bit smoother. There are arrow slits that you could use as handholds, but they're sort of
Few and far between.
yeah.
See, my thought was maybe I could like maintain underneath the stairwell and climb along the wall, but I don't think that's going to be possible.
No, at some point you'd just be like, the dragon would probably just look up and see you, since it's looking up to talk to Kid and Trog as well.
Right. Okay, I'm just gonna hang out where I'm at. I haven't done anything yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll come down to you, of course. That's not a problem.
Let's put aside our weapons. And to be welcomed into the lair of a dragon, it's a trust and honor no dragon dare go against. Can issue this draconic guest right. May Tiamat strike down those that defy this right.
Ooh, do we know who Tiamat is?
You would recognize Tiamat as like the god of dragons, yeah. Well, like the evil god of dragons, I believe it.
So homeboy just said like I'm not gonna attack you.
Yeah.
In theory. Like we could fuck it. Insight check.
Good.
I spent a good 10 seconds looking up some like cool dragon fighting music. Something's getting fucked up. I'll kill Ziggy if I have to.
That's an 18.
Yeah,
Insight. Dragons are super deceptive too, so
That's what I'm worried about this whole
I
time.
know. And I really I'm completely hidden. In theory, the dragon could completely know I'm here and I wouldn't know it, but
you don't know.
I don't know. Fuck.
Nope.
I'm gonna start walking down the stairs to it. We're honored. We came here not meaning any violence. That's why we came to talk to you first. And I think that whatever agreement we come to is one that could be mutually beneficial.
Well, don't worry. I'm quite full right now. Another party tried to kill me recently, you see. They didn't take to negotiating. Thought I was a liar. Oh, did the druid not tell you about them?
No, that's news to us. Care to elaborate?
If I look behind me as they're talking, do I see Reidoth still there?
No, he's totally hidden behind. He hasn't really come forth yet.
Okay.
You can sort of sense that he's still back there, but it's like he hasn't like run away or anything. But
okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let them continue.
Yeah, he's like keeping himself completely hidden.
Okay.
He did mention that you had recently been kicked out of a former lair of yours. Did we hear that right?
Yes. More work from my sister.
That fucking bitch. As I'm grabbing another good berry.
As you guys come down, this green dragon is sort of not flying, but sort of coiling around various pillars. Well, not pillars, but he's sort of like gliding around a bit, sort of going near various I can't think of the word, beams, like support beams that I'm sort of landing on top of them, like coiling his tail around them and sort of moving from beam to beam. It almost looks like he's concerned. He's sort of like peeking out of the arrow slits, looking for like almost like he's looking for something.
Well, we told you what we wanted. What do you want?
There's more of her spies around. I can feel it. I must whisper now. And he'll sort of glide back down to the center, to where you guys are. Well, where are you guys? How are you guys sort of standing?
I'm still half on the stairs, like down a little bit, but I'm not all the way at ground level. I'm like maybe
So like
4 or 5 feet up.
Like 5 feet up. Yeah, the dragon was initially on the ground, so you would have been able to see him when you landed.
Okay, can I get a like size dimensions on this guy?
Well,
like elephant.
that's what I was kind of trying to figure out. I can't find any info on young dragons when I googled it, so it's all about adult dragons. All it said was they take up a 10 by 10 square. So I'd imagine if the dragon like stretched out from tail to nose, I'd say it'd probably be about 15 to 20 feet long. With its wings, like wingspan wise, you're looking at maybe like 20 feet.
So does this dragon feel cramped in here? Like, or does this thing have some room to move around?
It could move around. If it was like wings completely outstretched, it would be cramped. But if it's just like, if it's gliding and it's like on the ground with its wings sort of at its side, then it's got not a lot of room, but maneuvering room.
I'm just judging, like, what kind of fight would we be in for inside of here? Would it be like a fucking bull in a china shop? Like, just assholes and elbows type thing? Or do we have some room to work?
For sure. And yeah, I mean, remember, it's a tower as well, so you've got the vertical dimension.
Okay, yeah. I've got height. I do.
Yeah.
And you said that it's kind of crisscrossing
beams.
These beams sort of crisscross, yeah. So even if you're not on the stairs, you could hypothetically jump on the support beams if that's what you're going to ask.
You're pretty nimble. You could work your way up through the support beams. Okay. I'm just doing some tactician type stuff underneath these stairs. In my mind, I'm still fucking unknown. I don't exist in this dragon's mind.
The dragon hasn't acknowledged you at this.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We didn't get your name.
You may call me Venomfang.
You say your name's Venomfang? I'm trying to whisper. So is it your sister that's watching you?
Spies all around. I can offer you a deal. There is another nearby dragon with a much better name. Her name's Verslexia, my half-sister. You've seen those spiders outside, once were spies.
Yeah, fucking spiders.
Slay her, and I'd gladly leave this place at once.
You say your name was very sexiest?
Lex. Yes, you heard me.
Very sexy, yeah.
Well, how far away is she from here?
In the mountains to the north.
Well, we could do that. We did mention to you the castle that's near here, a place that we were planning on heading to anyway. Wouldn't a place like that be a good lair for you as well, if you're on the market? Because I feel like instead, because we don't want to fight you, that's why we're willing to come up with an agreement. I have an aversion to dying, see, and I feel like fighting a larger dragon than yourself, with you as terrifying as you are, I can't even imagine. That's definitely something that we would want to avoid if possible. So what would it take?
That's why the druid sends groups like you, hoping to push me out.
Well, fuck him for the moment. What would it take to convince you to go to the castle instead?
No matter where I am, my sisters, spies will be after me.
Well, so you do have some, as my friend says, dragon fuckers that are here. Have you considered maybe outsourcing some of your muscle as well?
Useless fools, the lot of them.
Hell, smarter than spiders, though. I hope.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Well, I mean, even if the dragon fuckers go and injure your sister, it's better than nothing, don't you think? I mean, even you said that you might have to lick your wounds a little bit. That's prime opportunity. You could send them along. They can go to try to fuck her, and then maybe she'd be licking her wounds then, and then licking something else, and you could hop in there and maybe take care of.
And instead of us going to a place where she is comfortable, where she has the home field advantage, why not have her come to you? You would know your lair. You would have time to set it up. You could get followers. I mean, you'd have a much better chance, and we would have a much better chance of fighting her on ground we know than going to fight her on ground that she knows.
They'll never come here. Dragons mistrust each other. That's part of the arrangement between me and your druid friend. I help him keep my sister's influence at bay, and he saves me the time from going out and hunting for treasure and food, sending groups like you. He can't defeat me himself, so he gets the stupid ones killed, and the smart ones to help me leave his domain. It seems that druids love nature more than they love their fellow man. Suppose he cares less about you than you of him.
I'm a frog.
Hey, Reidoth, do you care to weigh in on this at all? He was right in the other room.
Yeah.
No need to be shy now. I was telling that to the dragon. I think he's in the other room.
Wait right here. Let me get my count.
He's running back to his staff.
Reidoth will step forward and poke his head around the door. Damn lies, every one of them. Can't believe a word that comes out of a green dragon's mouth.
I think that's a little bit racist, don't you think, Mr. Dragon Guy?
Not many you can trust in this world.
Reidoth, have you heard of this already? Did you know he had a sister named Dyslexia? I'm assuming you have been through all of this already.
It's the first time I've spoken with our friend here. I don't know what thing he's talking about.
Insight check.
On Reidoth.
On Reidoth.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
This is pretty.
I feel like he would have known about this.
That is a 14.
Okay. And Moony, are you going to roll as well?
Yeah, 17.
17. Okay, put your 17. As far as you can tell, he's seen. Well, Kid, you're a little bit less clear on it, but for Moony, as far as you can tell, he seems truthful in what he's saying.
I guess I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around this. If we all have something to gain by going to Cragmaw, why don't we all go there together? I mean, strengths and numbers and all that. I mean, we can come up with an agreement, surely. I mean, Venomfang, we can promise you a take of what the treasures are that are there, and you would have a new layer, and you would have your home field back, and we can maybe talk about what's happening with your sister at that point. But I mean, you're saying that the dumb ones come here to fight you, and then they die, and they make a meal for you. But like, it sounds like if we go with your plan and go to meet with your sister, we're the dumbest of the dumb because we're fighting something even bigger.
I'd rather not risk my life for such a mission or leave my treasure unguarded. I knew the sight would draw attention by adventurers. I swear it on your gods and my own. She lives in the mountains, deep in a cairn. My half-sister. Come closer, let me show you a map.
I'll step up, since I'm only the one on the ground level that isn't hidden.
So you approach Venomfang, and as you approach, you notice just the faint. Well, yeah, you notice just the faintest, almost glimpse of a smile. So at this point, Trog and Kid, you said you're about 5 feet up.
Yeah, 5-6 feet up on the stairs.
So Moony, you approach, and like I said, you see sort of the faintest flicker of a smile/snarl as you approach this dragon. And the dragon is going to sort of glide up about 10 feet and land on coil around one of these support beams. Almost as a roar, it says, "Look closely." And I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I was gonna do it.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 20.
Team? Tony?
20 as well.
Shit. 19. Trog 20. Archie 20.
18 for me and 4 for Ziggy.
I thought with Summon Fae, you guys just went on the same turn.
Oh, did we? That works for me.
Yeah, in
Trog,
combat,
what's
the
your
creature
dex?
shares your initiative count.
Okay.
Reidoth, let's roll for him. Ooh, a nice solid 4.
Ty, what's your dex?
Plus
Modifier.
2.
+2, okay. I'm a +6.
We're at your 20s. We're in your 20s, natural 20s.
No, mine was
No.
dirty.
Yeah, dirty
Okay.
20.
Nice. That's good. Well, it's good for Venomfang anyway, because he got a 21.
Fucker.
Venomfang, how could you? I trusted you.
Oh, I was
As-
gonna fucking shoot him too. This entire time I've been debating it. Like, launch an arrow into him. Just launch an arrow into him. It's gonna happen.
So-
He's gonna betray us. Launch an arrow into him.
So as he says, "Look closely," you see green sort of gas start escaping his nostrils as he opens wide, and this jet of poisonous caustic gas comes spewing out of his mouth in a 30-foot cone, which I believe, if I'm flying up, landing on the beam here, I think I'm going to have him aim it at Trog and Kid, which would also coincidentally hit Archie. So I need you 3 to make me a Constitution saving throw.
So, as a side note, I'm also, if it's poison, I'm immune to poison.
Oh, it is poison.
I rolled a 20. 18 plus 2.
Okay.
He said
Uh,
Constitution,
Yes.
natural 19.
Okay, so you guys both...
I got very lucky.
Yes.
You guys both passed. Sorry, between Trog and Archie, who goes first? Initiative?
It'll be me.
Okay. Okay, so you guys both passed, but you're still going to take some damage. Trog and Archie, you guys are going to take 19 points of poison damage.
Fuck me. That's with passing?
Oh, how many points did I take?
You both took 19. You both passed this saving throw. So you take 19 points of damage.
I am going to raise middle finger, and as a reaction, I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke. So he is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw.
30 saving throw. So this green poison just comes washing out of his mouth, sort of going under the stairs and above, and sort of filling this 30-foot cone area as your guys' skin starts to burn and blister. Strangely enough, except for Trog, who seems totally unaffected and just sort of casually humming the same tune that he has been for the past 3 days. And that was a natural 20 on the saving throw.
You're fucking kidding me. All right, it does nothing. Oh, wait. Half as much. I'm sorry. Half of 15.
15 points of damage? Or half of 15. So 8. Okay. So as this poison hits you, you raise your burning middle finger to him, and this sort of greenish spark just sort of glances off his scales and leaves a small little singe. Archie, you're up.
From the darkness, you're just gonna see a fucking. First off, I'm still stealth, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Just an arrow is gonna shoot from the darkness underneath the stairs. I'm aiming for some killing. So I will roll to hit that with my short bow, and I have advantage on that. Yes, because I'm hidden.
Because you're hidden,
Okay.
yeah.
So that is a sneak attack too.
Yeah, the only one he saw was Kid. The other two managed to hide successfully.
So thankfully, my first one was a natural 1. So I get to use my halfling luck. So I get to re-roll that one first. Or doesn't matter. Okay, boom. All right, it's a 19 plus 8 to hit. So that is
that does hit.
Yeah, 15 points of piercing damage.
15 points of piercing damage. So you, as this dragon sort of curled around the support beam, you do see an arrow shoot out of the darkness and strike it in its sort of softer underbelly.
And as my bonus action, I would like to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth.
It's a 12.
Alrighty, Trog, you're up.
I'm going to look at Venomfang, and I'm going to say, "That's it, Mister. You need to get on. You got to get out of here. That's you just
Get on. Don't
get on, get." And he will have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Come on, yeah. Wisdom saving throw is a 13.
So I used command, and he had to beat a 14.
I think command has to be one word though. I don't know if you can say go on, get.
Go get.
It could just be flee or
Leave.
run or leave.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you said it had to be a 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. You can sort of see the spell successfully go off. It doesn't happen until I believe it's next.
Yeah.
Which means it'd be Kid, unless you want to use movement or something, Trog.
No, that's it.
Hearing Trog say that command next to me, I'm going to run up the stairs as far as 30 feet will get me, whatever the maximum height is going to be. And I want to try to position myself above it. And I'm going to hold Eldritch Blast until it tries to take off. And then I'm going to fire my 2 beams at it. And as a bonus action, I'm going to do Second Wind.
Okay, so Kid's up there. You can see him sort of gathering the energy in his hands as he waits to cast it. Moony.
All right, starting with the Fae, Mr. Ziggy. I'm going to have him cast his Mirthful spell. It has to make a Wisdom saving throw. And that is a 14.
Oh, that's going to be like a 20 something. He rolled a natural 19.
Shit. Okay. All right. After failing that, I am going to place a healing spirit. I'm just going to throw it right on top of Archie. A nature spirit emerges right above Archie, and within a 5-foot cube, it's just these like a green plane you can see underneath. It'll heal if you are in that area. And then as a bonus action to finish, I'm going to transform into a giant constrictor snake.
A fucking snake.
A snake versus a dragon.
And yeah, again, same area, just staring at it.
All right. Switch over to Reidoth. Let me pull up his spells real quick. Reidoth is going to try and cast Earthbind on
Ooh, that's
Venomfang.
good. That's what I was going to do. You know, me and Reidoth, we're good buddies.
See, what is he? Strength saving throw. Oh, right. That's a natural 1 by Venomfang. Okay, so you see Reidoth sort of step around the door and cast his spell. And you see these sort of yellow strips of magical energy start looping around Venomfang and sort of magically binding it. Well, it's sort of perched on this beam, so it's sort of attached to this beam now as it's sort of struggling to break free. And this means Venomfang's speed is reduced to 0. And so doing that, Reidoth is going to step back behind cover on the other side of the wall and his turn. Which brings us back to Venomfang, who you can see is attempting to follow your command, but since his movement speed is now 0, you see him sort of just struggling against these bindings, unable to move.
Does that eliminate my chance for attack? Or do I get to fire anyway? Because mine was going to be when he goes to take off. But he's like kind of trying to go to take off, but he's not really.
So you were essentially holding your action until his next turn.
Yeah, like I wanted him to. My goal was to get him off the ground when he starts to try to fly, and then I was just going to shoot Eldritch Blast to like knock him back down. But he's not really coming up in the first place.
Let me roll. I need to roll real quick to see if his breath recharges. I'd say probably not, since he's not actually able to move. Oh, and I will say at the end of his turn, God, aside from that natural 1, he's been rolling really well. You sort of see that poisonous gas sort of start lifting from his nostrils again. But since he can't move and he was commanded anyway, he can't do anything yet. But that brings us back to Archie.
So is he considered grappled?
No, it's just his movement speed is 0.
Okay, so I would not have advantage on that attack.
No, and he does know where you are
and he knows where I'm at. However,
so you're not hidden right now.
Is anyone within 5 feet of him?
Kid, how far up did you say you were? I think he's at about 10 feet, right?
I went as far as my 30 feet of movement speed would get me.
So you would have been, you're like a good 10 or 15 feet above him. So at the moment, no one's within 5 feet.
Okay, all right. Because advantage is my only tool. I am gonna just shoot another arrow at him then.
Oops.
Fucking.
By the way, Jesse, you heal 1d6 right now.
1d6. All right, dope. Let me do that real quick. Run out from underneath the stairs. I'd like to shoot an arrow at the dragon, so I'm going to come out right here. Arrow at the dragon. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
18 does not hit.
18 doesn't hit. Fuck me. I'd like to use the rest of my movement speed, please. So how far? You said he's perched on a.
He's about 10 feet in the air.
Perched on a thing.
Perched on a thing, yeah.
Perched on a thing.
Oh, sorry, no. I got confused. Your attack does hit. I keep thinking AC beats the hit. It's the other way around. Your arrow does hit him.
So if you meet it, you beat it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is AC is 18.
I may or may not be implied.
All right.
But your arrow does hit him.
All right, awesome. Let me roll.
Sorry, my bad.
Real quick. No, that's all good. That is 8 points of damage.
8.
Yes. I am going to actually fucking use second wind as my bonus action. So that heals 1d10, 3 points of damage. All right, now I would like to use the rest of my movement. I want to get above him on a. Do I have? Okay, I have 25 feet of movement speed. Can I get above him on one of the support beams?
With him being 10 feet in the air, and you've used, 10 feet of movement already? I think
Probably about 10.
probably
Not. Okay.
About 5. At least 5. Coming up from the stairs, that's at least 5 feet of movement. I think you could probably get about equal with him on the stairs. I don't think you could get above him.
Okay, I'm going to get equal with him on the stairs then.
Okay.
For right now. And that's my turn.
Cool. And then Frog, you're up.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, you fucker," and I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers all around. Like I'm focusing pretty much on its face and like the neck portion, pretty much upper body.
Okay.
Then I'm also going to use a bonus action and expend one of my Bardic Inspiration, and do Unsettling Words. So now he has a 1d8 on any saving throw that he has to make against it.
So you guys see around as these yellow bands still sort of have him trapped to this support beam. You now see this cloud of daggers suddenly burst into existence, sort of precariously floating around his head and neck. Which brings us to Kid.
I'm going to cast Poison Spray. And it needs to do a Constitution saving throw of 14. Gotta beat it.
Oh yeah, let's poison the poison dragon, you fucking.
Oh, I'm a stupid.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I forgot.
so I'm not even going to bother with the saving throw. But so you see Kid sort of uses magic, and this spray of green shoots out and lands on the dragon, and it just sort of chuckles to itself as it appears to do nothing.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna do Action Surge, and I'm gonna blast it with Eldritch Blast. All right, that is 19 to hit on the first.
Hits.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
That is a beam of 1, and 24 to hit on the second.
Also hits.
And that one is 6 points of damage. And it is thrown to the ground. It's not. I'm above it, so like I'm knocking it 20 feet toward the ground. So
I don't know if the cans. That's a weird. How do you think that would interact with the being earthbound? What seems right?
Oh yeah, if it's stuck in place, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I forgot.
So yeah, I think it probably won't get thrown, but it does take the damage. The last one was 6 points of damage, right?
Yes. And that is my turn.
Okay. Moony, you're up.
All right, I'm going to do the Fae first. It's going to teleport. Is there room on the beam that it's sitting on?
Yeah, the beam stretches pretty much across the entire tower.
I'll have it teleport on top of the beam. And it is going to... Whoa. This Fae makes a number of attacks equal to half this spell's level. That's still just one level, one hit.
Yeah, but you can cast it at a higher level.
Yeah, I see what it means. I only did 3rd level, though. Unless Ian wants to give me 2.
And in that case, just 1, yeah.
That'll be a 19 to hit.
Hits.
That's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage, got it.
And I'm not going to be able to constrict it since it's up top, but with my being a huge beast, could I get a bite off of it if I'm still on the ground?
You're a huge beast. You're a large beast.
I'm a huge beast. I'm a giant constrictor snake.
Are they huge or large? Because huge is like huge.
It says huge beast on the D&D Beyond page.
I'm thinking like anaconda. My anaconda.
It does say you have a reach of 10 feet. So I'd say, yeah, you can probably hit it from where you're at.
Oh, you dumb son of a... Nat 1 plus 6.
That doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So with the cloud of daggers sort of floating around Venomfang, you sort of just to try and get in there,
Mm.
and end up sort of not being able to maneuver your way around. Brings us back to Reidoth. I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this before 9:30, but I'll try. Reidoth's going to step around and cast Thunderwave, I think. Oh, no, we can't because it's too far away. Too far away. Reidoth is actually just going to use... Oh, God, he has no other ranged spells except for one that probably won't work. He's just going to use a sling. Because that's the only ranged weapon he has right now.
Can I ask what level is Reidoth?
Reidoth is level 4. No, level
Jesus.
6. Sorry.
Okay, he's a little better then. Okay.
I've just used the generic druid stat block,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and I changed the spells around a bit, but there's no class NPC stat blocks.
You're basically building a character
Yeah,
for maybe an episode,
yeah, exactly.
maybe a game.
Okay, so we're back to Venomfang. Make a strength saving throw, which does succeed this time. So you see Venomfang sort of flex, and these yellow bands of light explode off him. And he is going to move, so I need you to do your damage as well. For the cloud of daggers.
Did you do the extra D8?
Oh, you're right. I did not do that. Okay, -1. He still passes. And then cloud of dagger damage.
19.
Venomfang's gonna fly up to where Kid is standing and sort of just hover right in front of him and make a multi-attack on Kid. Which is going to be 3 attacks.
No.
1 bite and 2 with its claws. So the first claw attack is a 17.
That meets my armor class.
Okay, so that hits. Second one is a 17.
Wait. Roll damage for the first.
Oh no. This kid gonna go
Okay.
unconscious.
We're gonna see how this goes.
So first claw does 8 points of damage.
Okay. As I take that damage, I am going to use my final spell slot, and I'm going to do Hellish Rebuke on the damage that I take for that one. So it needs to do a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw is a... Oops, I rolled 2 by accident. Do that one. Dex is a 15.
It takes half of 17.
Okay. Second claw attack was also a 17.
Yep.
So you're going to take another 10 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
And then the bite attack is a... I keep rolling 2 by accident. The bite attack is a 19.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
And you are... Oh, no. That's going to be 14 points of damage.
Oh, I'm down to 1 HP. Jesus fucking Christ.
And you're also going to take
Stop it.
10 points of poison damage.
You shut your fucking mouth.
I'm unconscious.
Fuck.
So as you quickly see the dragon fly up and swipe at Kid and take a chunk out of him, you see Kid sort of slump against the wall and collapse on the stairway. And the dragon is going to use the rest of his movement to fly just up, not out of the tower, but right where the hole is, and sort of perch on the edge of the roof, looking down at you guys. Bring this to you, Archie.
All right, so you're just gonna hear this blood-curdling scream come from Archie. I'm not gonna do it now because my throat kind of hurts. And I'm going to use my full movement to run up to Kid.
So you can just reach him with your full movement.
Okay.
Because he's about 35 feet up.
I'm going to... It's my it's my action to use a potion, right?
It's a bonus action for yourself, a full action for someone.
I'm going to use my action to dump a potion into the kid's mouth. Health potion. Boom, it's in his body.
Okay, go ahead and roll the healing for that. So you guys see Archie run up, pull out this red-colored potion, and sort of jam it in kid's unconscious mouth as his eyes sort of suddenly open back up.
That is 5 points of healing there, pal. And with my bonus action, I would like to use my cunning action to dash, and I would like to try to run and jump and grab on to the dragon.
You could do that. Go ahead and roll me, I guess.
Arch.
Archie just fucking read it out. And also, we have 6 minutes to figure this out.
To kill us all.
So, what do you want me to roll?
I guess a strength. I guess it's a contested strength if you're trying to grapple it, right?
Am I trying to grapple it as much as I'm trying to just, like, I'm not grappling, like, I'm going to wrestle it to the ground. I'm just trying to grab a hold of it. I guess it would still be strength, but I don't know.
Probably be a strength still.
And if it's trying to fight me off, it would be contested. I'm going to get fucking killed. I'm so dead. I'm so weak. Oh, fuck me. Can we do acrobatics instead?
Yeah, to hold on to it, though, definitely a strength.
Yeah, it's strength. Okay.
This roll contested strength.
Hey. 17 minus 1 is a 16.
I also got a 16.
Oh my god. So what happens now?
Roll again.
Roll again? Yeah, okay, roll again.
Oh, fuck. I can't get that lucky twice. Oh, 18 minus 1 is 17.
14. So you do manage to grab onto the sort of leg of the dragon as it's perched up here on its on the top of the roof.
Oh, I only jumped on it because I thought it was flying away.
No, it's sort of perched on the roof.
Well, that's like a lot more anticlimactic. Well, fuck.
Since you didn't know that, I'll let you change it if you'd like, since it's not actually flying. Have a different course of action.
So here's that probably doesn't work like that, does it? So like normally if I don't have my dagger out. Never mind. Okay. I'm still gonna fuck it. Nope. First thought, best thought. I jumped on its leg.
Okay. You're just holding on to its leg now.
Yep. First thought, best thought.
Is it still earth-binded by Reidoth still?
No, it broke out of that. With Trog, you're up.
I am going to yell out, "My guy, leave my friends alone." And another wisdom saving throw.
That is a natural 20.
Fuck.
Minus 8. 18.
Minus 8.
With the D8, the minus D8. I don't know if that works on natural 20s, but I did it anyway.
So yeah, he hit a beat of 14. So
Was that command again?
but that was suggestion, not command.
Please leave my friends alone.
Well, command can only be one word. Suggestion is 1 to 2 sentences.
That's fair. Kid, you're up. You are prone right now since you were just unconscious.
Yeah, I'm going to use half my stand. I'm going to use a bonus action to take the health potion that I had, and I'm going to gain an additional 6 points. And I can still hit this thing, or is Archie in the way?
Oh, it's big. You can still hit it.
Okay,
Archie's
I'm going
a little halfling around a tree trunk.
Where is the thing perched? Like on the edge?
It's sort of on the edge of the roof, so you can kind of see like half its body and its head peering down through the hole in the roof.
So in other words, if I hit it with Eldritch Blast and it is thrown back 10 feet, the dragon and Archie are thrown off the side of the tower.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's sucky.
Take me to Jesus, baby.
In that case, if I aim for its head, and I do create bonfire. Will that fire hurt Archie?
So the dragon is 10 by 10. I don't know how big, 10 by 10. I don't know how big Great Bonfire is.
It's a 5-foot area.
So you can put it on part of the dragon and not hit Archie, because Archie only takes up a 5-foot area.
I'm going to do that then. So it's a dexterity saving throw of 14.
Okay, that is a 12.
That is 8 points of fire damage, and it's a concentration, so it remains. Actually, fuck. No, I can't. It needs to be on the ground. So I guess I would cast it on the wall that it's perched on.
That was 8 points or 9 points?
What did I say? 8? I think I said 8.
Moony.
Transforming back into firbolg, I'm casting Warding Wind.
Okay.
In the direction facing towards the building. Not Warding Wind, but I can't remember what the name of it is, but he
Wind
has
wall?
to do a...
Wall, probably.
I think it is Wind Wall. Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That is a 19.
Yeah, that does pass. Let me do damage, though. That's 12 points of damage, but it doesn't fly back down. It still stays on top of the roof.
12 points of damage. Okay, Reidoth. We're going to skip Reidoth. Which brings us back to Venomfang. I do know with Wind Wall, small creatures cannot pass through the wall, as far as I'm aware. So seeing this Wind Wall come in, Venomfang is going to move through the Wind Wall, which is going to blow Archie off the leg, I believe. So Archie's no longer on Venomfang. And since... Let's see. Oh no, I don't want to be a dick, but...
Also, I'm going to move the warding spirit healing thing on top of Kid. Oh, I forgot. Wait a minute. I also have the Fae. Make a wisdom saving throw, and then I'm done after that one.
That is a 18.
Yeah, beats it again.
Can I ask you guys what your max health is?
41.
28.
29.
38.
TPK?
Kill me. I want to play a monk.
Well, I am going to... So the way you're on the stairs, I believe that Venomfang could probably hit Archie and Kid with the breath attack.
If that makes sense
Yeah.
with what he would do.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Do what you gotta do.
Now, would it go through the wind wall though?
Well, I guess that depends where the wind... Let me see, actually. Let me pull up Wind Wall. Good point.
I mean, it passes out and then it just comes back through it.
Yeah, to be fair, since the Wind Wall doesn't stop me from Venomfang from going through it. So
Sticking his head through it.
I'll just stick my head through, yeah.
And it is kind of badass. You gotta admit.
Yep. Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw, please.
Well, guys, good knowing you. That is a 5.
7.
And you guys are going to take... I don't think it'll kill you outright. Might. Oh, you guys are quite lucky that I rolled like absolute ass. Out of 12d6, I got 6 ones.
No way.
You guys take 28 points of poison damage each.
I'm still very dead, but
You're almost dead, but you're not. Oh, you're so lucky.
I am unconscious.
So you see the poison gas come out once again, just blasting straight into the face of... Archie takes almost the full force of the blast since he's quite close. And the stuff that gets past Archie also blows into Kid, once again knocking him unconscious, as you also see Archie up on top of the roof. And Venomfang, you can tell, also looks quite injured, heavily bleeding, singed. He's taken quite a hard beating as well. And he'll look down at the rest of you who are still standing and hiss out a quick, "I won't forget about this." And he'll start taking to the skies and using his the rest of his movement speed to sort of fly away from the tower.
That's Ian being nice.
Yep, that's Ian being. Hey, you've just created a big bad for later in the campaign.
I will say I did put in my notes that Venomfang would leave at half health, which you did knock him down to half health just in that last turn.
Ugh.
So if you didn't put him down to half health, he would have stayed.
Oof.
It feels just like a boss from Elden Ring. We just got so lucky.
Oh my god.
And can I do mass healing word?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's pretty much everyone, because it's anyone within a 60-foot range. They're all going to heal 7 points of damage.
Okay, so that brings me back to
I passed out and I woke up. I passed out. I woke up.
I really didn't need a beast shape at all. I was so close to running up to the kid and casting Revivify if you were about to die again.
Yeah.
So Archie, how much health did you have before you got knocked out?
before I got knocked out. I had 15.
Yeah. 15. Oh, you would have been fine then. Even at max damage, you couldn't have been outright killed. Because it would have had to roll 15 plus 28.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
All right.
unless I rolled the
Well-
extraordinarily lucky, like 12 sixes, you would have been fine.
I'm gonna go over to Reidoth in the cottage.
Yeah.
If anybody catches me, I am the maddest I have ever looked in my life. Of course, sweaty.
Of course, sweaty.
Of course, sweaty. And I just say, there's a lot you have to tell us. As I slam my hand against the wall and walk back towards the group.
Just leaves a wet handprint.
Yeah.
Just ripping down the wall.
An angry wet handprint.